Late Night Testimony Tuesday. Woo woo. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Hey, Gio, Anthony, Chantel. Girl, you be making me blush. How are you? How's it going? What you doing, girl? You want to join me? Girl, I had to switch it up. Flat iron my hair, honey. It was like, girl, get rid of that ponytail. But what's up? What's up? It's Testimony Tuesday, Late Night Testimony Tuesday. Okay, does anybody want to join me in the live and celebrate those wins, right? I don't know if y'all saw my live from earlier today. Yes, I've been on live like, it's like my third time going live today. Oh, thank you. Girl, it be them filters, girl, them filters. Sadie, update me on stuff from Friday. Yes, girl, that's actually what I was going to talk about in my notes for my testimony. So, my affirmation popped up telling me to listen to my new narrative, okay? Because you gotta listen in the morning and before you go to bed. You have to listen to your affirmations, like, you know what I'm saying, right before you go to sleep, because that is when your subconscious mind is like using the most of your brain power. Like the first 20 minutes when you wake up and the 20 minutes before you go to sleep, that's when it's really like, that's when you really need to be seeping into your like subconscious, like whatever it is you are trying to like change your life. That's when you like talk to your subconscious mind. But anyway, that's a whole other thing, right? So yeah, so I got a new client, y'all. I'm gonna be meeting her tomorrow. We're going to be starting. I'm going to be assisting her and with her business, helping her get organized and, just on track and just really helping her to, free up her own time, right? Another small business owner. I'm super duper excited. Referred by my girl Chantel, okay? Woo woo. See y'all, like, so that's what I'm talking about. Those destiny helpers, right? People that are going to just come into your life and they just, you guys are just in sync, right? We just in flow. Like, I met Chantel when, like November? And I don't know if I should. Well, anyway, I was cleaning her Airbnb. Y'all saw me when I was talking about my Airbnb, my cleaning business. Chantel, that was her Airbnb. Like, well. And so see how I did good? And now she's referring me to other people. And so I'm just super excited. I'm going to be starting tomorrow. And yeah. I hope that was like the short story. Girl, is you still on here? So anyway, anybody want to join me in the live? Sadie, you want to join me? Celebrate those wins. Anybody have anything they want to celebrate? Testimony Tuesday. That's about it. I know y'all seen earlier about my masterclass. Okay, like y'all, I'm super duper excited about it because it's been on my heart for a long time, and I was like nervous, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, it's I'm like, maybe in a minute. Come on, Sadie girl, what you doing? But anyway, so in my masterclass, it's really been on my heart to I'm going to be breaking down the framework of how to create a digital product, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, because you guys saw me create the Mommy 2.0 challenge, and I've had the success of being able to collaborate with, other platforms like Mommy Nation, and now look, Mommy Nation is on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl. Plus, like, y'all see I'm doing like speaking engagements now. My very first speaking engagement was in Montego Bay, Jamaica. Okay, so like, I think I'm doing a little bit of something right, you know what I'm saying, in this area of digital products and online courses and education and stuff like that. So I'm super excited about it. And I'm just going to break down, you know, how to really be the hustler, but like spiritually, right? Like your spiritual hustle, partnering with God. It's not about, you know, the hustle and bustle and, you know, working yourself to death and, you know, trying to get over on this person or working 9 to 5, overworked and underpaid. Like, we're not talking about that type of hustling. You know what I mean? We're talking about partnering with God, walking in your purpose. Hey, Mary. You know what I'm saying? Just doing it the right way. Being able to just give God all the glory. It's just amazing. So we're gonna break down that. The hustle is an acronym. The H is for humility. Hey, Mary. Did I just say that? I know I saw you pop up. The H is for humility. The U is for you, right? It all starts with you. The S is for surrender. Right, I want to show you guys how easy it is to surrender and still be yourself, right? Because nobody is perfect. We all work in progress. Y'all know I get on here and I don't be over here like I'm all perfect and stuff. That's why I be so close to God, because I be like, oops, I messed up. Oh, whoops, I just messed up again. The T is for thanks. Always just having that attitude of gratitude. You know what I'm saying? That will change the game. Leading with love. And then the E is for execution, which is where I feel like a lot of people kind of fall off. You know what I'm saying? In the execution part, and really just being obedient, hearing from God, and then just acting on what you hear when He's speaking to your heart. So I'm super excited, y'all. We're going to go deep. It's going to be amazing. It's September the 23rd, and it's just gonna be dope. And right now, initially it was $97, but I got it right now for sale for $47. You know what I'm saying? While we on the live, just go click the link in my bio. It's right there. Let me show you real quick. Oh dang, it's 11:12. But yeah, so you can go right to Instagram. Well. Yeah, I got the ring light. And just click the link in my bio right there. And then it's just the first one. Spiritual Hustle Masterclass. Whoop. And bam. All the information you need to know is right there. So I'm super excited about that. And that's what we're rolling with. So what about you, Mary? What's going on? Do you have any, you want to join me in the live? Do you have a testimony? How's your week going? How was your holiday? Like, what's cracking? I came through to see what's up with the late night crew. What's up, girl? And where's Princess? Like, I remember I hit her up like a couple of times and she did not even respond. I just be like, she said we was gonna link up. Sadie, where you at? You ready? You ready? I know you got something for this week. Whatever happened with that dude Ambitious? Like, did y'all ever like link up on in the DMs? Do we have a testimony to share about that? Ever make your way to New York? I don't know. If anybody gonna join me, I think we can go ahead. Here we go. What happened? Did you talk to him? Did you talk to him, girl? You want to join me in the live and just give us a little update? I'm about to jump into bed. Got to work tomorrow morning early. Yeah, I got to go early too. Oh, Sadie said, hold up. She said, listen, I got something to say. I have an update. But, yeah, Mary, that's good. You got work. Work is good. I'm gonna have to reach out to you. What's cool? Did you get the email about the volunteer form? Did you fill that out? I'm gonna need to get that from you, girl. I'm gonna need to get that from you. Come on, Sadie, girl. The people said they sleepy, girl. They sleepy, girl. We gotta get up early in the morning. You didn't get it. Okay. I sent the email, but I will send you. I'm gonna text it to you. I'm gonna text the link. Matter of fact, let me just do it right now. Where's my phone? Oh, it's right there. I'm on live. Oh, okay. All right, yeah, Mary, I'm gonna text it to you. Sadie, oh, let me see. Let me request. All right, request sent. Hello.
I was trying to get on my computer because my phone's so weird. So it kept going back to your live that I was on earlier. Like, okay, bye. And I thought you were saying bye. And I'm like, you just asked me to join. And it wasn't the real live. I don't know what's going on. So then I couldn't get on. So anyway, I don't have any testimonies, but I can give you an update, which is not like, I'm sure everyone's not really that interested in that. Yes, I did talk to Ambitious. Not talk to, text.
What? Wait a minute. First of all, you look so pretty, Sadie. I love your hair.
That's not
It's
bothering
like
you. I was going to turn.
big and straight and
Oh,
thick.
no, you inspired me today.
I can't hear you, girl.
I'm sorry. I was trying to turn off that light. It was bothering me. I said, you inspired me today. You hear me?
What?
With your
To
hair.
do what?
To like finally get my hair out of a ratty bun, like kind of do something with myself. Put a comb through my hair.
Yeah, girl. And doesn't it like make a difference? Like, don't you just feel like, you know what?
I know. So
Beauty is
now when
pretty,
I'm just in
girl.
my house, no one's seeing me, I just walk by the mirror and be like, oh, hey, who's that? So it was good.
Well, that's a testimony right there, girl.
That's true. That's true. I figure I don't leave the house. I never have to do something with myself. And then I just don't look at myself and like, look at the kids. That's about it. And I'm happy from that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it looks so pretty.
thank you.
So, girl, tell us about Ambitious. Okay,
There
for
ain't
those of
nothing.
y'all that are just now. What?
Nothing.
Wait, let me just give them a quick update. For those
Okay.
of y'all that are just now tuning in, shout out to the replay. Okay. Sadie was on my live last week with another one of my loyal watchers, Ambitious. And so they had kind of like hit it off a little bit, and they was like, "Yeah, we're gonna talk offline. Like, keep me up in the DM." She was like, "Yeah, I'll come to New York and see you." They was speaking like Spanish to each other. It was like magic. Okay, so please, Sadie, update us. Let us know what happened.
First, I have to just say that I was coming off COVID brain, so I apologize. I was just talking.
Oh, was that all it was?
No. But usually I'm not like I don't talk well like to strangers. But no, he had a good vibe going, and like he's very positive. So it was he reached out, and he's good people. I don't know, it's a whole different kind of vibe than I'm used to. That's all. Usually, it's nice to hear once in a while it's kind of like when you do your little when you pop in and do a live and you have something positive to say. He has that same kind of like vibe where he'll just send me a message and be like, what's positive today? What's great? This is what's going on. So it's nice for me because I typically all I get is like, oh no, here's a school calling about what my kid do now. Like, where do I have to rush off to like put out a fire, or with my divorce, like, oh, the lawyer's on the phone. Like I don't really get much incoming like mail or phone that's like positive. It's like something I have to handle. So it's another person that is, even though I don't like virtually, just comes in and just says, hey, the world is great, everything's good. And like I have to remind myself, and between Mommy Nation, you, and now him, I kind of have these, because I forget to do the self, affirmations, and it's not until like I see something from, one of the Mommy Nation crew posting religiously, they do, and it's very impressive. They are like actually my self affirmations, because I look and be like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, and then I like start thinking of what am I going to say to myself today. And whenever I see you go live, I'm like, what has she got going on? You know, because it's good to see, get out of, I'm always in a bubble of just like, you know, we all are, but like I really never reached out of it. So to see what anyone else was doing, because I was like, you know, I know other people have stuff going on, but I'm like, I got too much stuff going on in my own chaotic world that I don't need to add more chaos, you know? And so it's nice. It's nice to add, like slowly I've been opening myself up to receive the positivity from you, from Mommy Nation's crew, and now Ambitious.
Yeah.
And I might be able
That's
to go to New York.
amazing.
See, now I have a reason to go to New York. I have a reason to go to Atlanta. Like, see, now I have a reason. I love traveling, and I really haven't, well, because COVID. And the first time I traveled, I ended up with COVID, and my kids had COVID, and we just sat in a hotel. So that was no fun. But, like, you know, so now I always like to have, like, you know, I'd like to go and check out other places. And because it gets really, your bubble gets really small when you get in that little routine.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
yeah. He's
Yeah.
good.
And so that is good.
He's a good
I'm so
he's a good
glad.
person. So
Yeah, I'm glad that you know, if nothing else, it's just that breath of fresh air and just kind of somebody that well, just you might like smile or blush. You know what I'm saying? Just those random like blushes or
I haven't
smile.
blushed for like decades.
Wait, what?
I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't blushed in like decades until I saw the replay.
The
Until I
positive
saw the
messages don't
replay.
make you blush from him?
Well, when I saw the replay of that the confessions on the couch, I was like, oh Lord, I gotta
Yeah,
work
you was
on that. I gotta
definitely
work on
blushing
that game. Like, hold back just a little bit, Sadie. Now. It's like a kid in a candy store.
That's so good. That really is good. And the thing about it is, I know sometimes in the beginning it will feel a little weird. Like, okay, everybody just talking on this positive stuff. You know what I'm saying? Or like, oh, like you said, oh, they just do it religiously. You know, sometimes you be like, oh my God, I don't want to say another affirmation.
But you know what I look at is like I do. It's weird. It's strange to get yourself. You know, I felt like to say it. You know, by myself, and then I stopped for a minute, like, and I was like, I talk to myself all the time out loud. So why can't I say something positive? You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
Every day I'm in the house doing this, and I'm like, oh, why is this way? And oh, now I'm doing this again. It's like I don't have a problem saying all that negative stuff out while I'm just going through life stuff. So why not just, you know, say, you know, I'm blessed to have this house. I'm blessed to, you know, like look at the positive things of that. And it's a hard thing to change in your mind, you know, like to flip it and make it feel normal. Cause, you know, but it's the same way as before. A lot of things, if I talking out loud, even negatively was weak. Like I was like, oh, I'm just talking out loud to myself. And I felt weird. And then it became a norm. So now it's like kind of just changing that habit to be more positive in it. So it's not that strange because I do it all the time. It's just what you say out and what you're hearing, you know, just flip it up a little.
Definitely got to be controlling what you're consuming. And even for me, like you see, I have to set my alarm to remind me to like say my affirmations, listen to this prayer right now, listen to this scripture, go read this scripture. Like I be reminding myself like every single hour I have a different affirmation. I have a different, you know what I mean? Because you really are rewiring your mindset. And so that's what it really confirmed it when I was reading Think and Grow Rich, where they talk about, you know what I'm saying, how much power we have in our subconscious mind, how the subconscious mind uses like 95% of your brain power.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's mind blowing. You know what I mean? And so it's like you said, we're thinking, we're constantly having these thoughts and creating our reality anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like when I first started like praying all over and over, saying the same prayer every single day, I felt weird. I was like, this is weird. But I was like, but all day long, I just was like on the phone gossiping or arguing with my baby daddy's other baby mamas, watching drama on TV, watching people fight on TV. You know what I'm saying? It was just like all day long of just constant negativity all around me, everything I was doing. You know what I'm saying? Talking about this person, talking about that person, complaining. You know what I mean? And constantly being like, well, why is my life like suck?
Right.
You
Yeah.
know? So when I started switching it, I was like, okay, well, this is what I've been doing anyway. So now I should be thinking prayer. You know, every thought is a prayer.
Yeah. You know, it's
Right?
interesting.
When you can get to, when you can reach that type of level, whoo,
That's up there.
girl, you have power
I
then.
went to a wedding, and it's really like the first social event that I've been to, like, you know, since COVID, with where there's a lot of people, and I don't really know, you know, at weddings, you don't really know everyone there, and it's, you know, and I thought about a lot of like what you talk about, and as you bring up, like, I actually um, sent Ambitious a message because he was like, "How was your weekend?" or whatever, and I was saying like it was really strange to be around in a social setting. You know, I haven't been, you know, like it's all been online and you get to kind of choose where you want to pop in and like, you know, handle yourself or exchange something. But it was a kind of, you know, unsettling. And I went home both night after the rehearsal and the actual wedding early with a huge headache, like emotionally drained because, or mentally drained because the people that are coming at you, it's not like, you know, you don't know some of them. They're just like, well, actually it was a groom, but it was like, you know, and it was like having to be able to have a conversation, you know, with someone you didn't know, and having, you know, there was people drinking. So a lot of it was very unsettling because the things that were coming out of their mouth, you know, how to respond to it and still be, you know, like, be like, you know, you don't know these people, still stay you, be positive, because a lot of them, their feelings about the wedding was coming out and the backstory of people, and a lot of like, you know, hearing things I didn't know about, like the people in the, you know, like just wedding stuff. But I haven't been
Girl,
around.
they start gossiping at the wedding, girl.
Oh, you know, and I was just like, after a while, it was like really hard for my brain because I was like, why am I like trying so hard to like, why don't I just remove myself, you know, and go find somebody who's like really happy about like what's going on around them. People are still like in this day and age, right? Like what's going on, are finding love and getting married. I don't care, you know, it's not my place to say who you should love and all that. Just they found love. I mean, you know, and coming from me, I'm going through a divorce at this wedding. You know, I should be in the background, you know, but I was like, this is great. I've known these friends for, you know, they've been together for like 12 years, and they finally, you know, are getting married. But it was very difficult mentally to like kind of just like, it's kind of like that meme or that like thing everyone does where they're like hitting the negativity with the music, like to get out of, you know, like blocking all the negativity. I felt like I was doing that, and it was exhausting. You know, I was just like, oh my gosh, I went home back to my room, and I was just like, and that's when it's like, that's when the affirmations and the positive, I'm like, I need to be positive. I can't let these people I don't even know with their negative attitudes about what's going on at a very positive event, you know, walk away from this feeling like, so, you know, so it was interesting because, you know, just in many levels, you know, just with our being post COVID, socially getting back, you know, out and having, because I've kept you keep pretty protective because of COVID. You get to say, well, I don't want you in my space, but then you go to, you know, go back out there and you can't, like, you have people just coming at you, you know. So yeah, no, it's interesting. It was an interesting weekend. So to kind of
Yeah.
reset.
Yeah, you know, and that's so crazy because, you know,
Say hey, Ambitious.
oh,
His ears
hey,
must have been burning. Tell him his ears must have been burning.
Yeah, she was just talking about you. She was giving us an update. Ambitious, do you want to join us in the live and give a little update on
There's
what's
no
been going
update.
on?
Girl, you're gonna have me just
Listen,
slide
y'all
right
was
out
talking
of this.
Spanish to each other. You said you was going to New York. The people want to know, girl. I'm asking the questions that the people want to know. See, look at Mary like, oh, shoot. She was there that night.
Now, come on.
Ambitious, where you at? What you doing? Let me see
Yeah,
if
he
I can
has to
try to
come on here.
invite her.
I need to see like his whole new look, his refreshed self-care look.
Oh, he got a new look?
No, he got a self-care look. I want to see. He's, you know, he did some
Oh, yeah, he
self-caring.
had it was the button
What's
up.
good? What's good? Hold on. Give me a second. Hold on. Hold on. Oh my God. What's going on? Here we go. What's good? What's good? How you doing?
Oh,
What up?
hello.
How are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm all right. Just chilling. Get ready for a little photo shoot tomorrow. Getting photo shoot fresh a little bit.
Okay. What kind of photo shoot are you doing?
It's actually it's career related, for massage and personal training. So I went to get my locks retwisted today. I mean, it wasn't looking crazy, but I wanted to make sure I was on point. You know the vibes. And then tomorrow get the facial done, and maybe I'll treat myself to a little spa situation. But I'm just getting ready to make things happen tomorrow, and then back to norm. But it was a good weekend. I did heard you say my ears are ringing. No, but
Oh,
no,
he's
actually,
blushing.
no, actually, that was the first parade
Yeah.
that we had. That was the first parade we had in 3 years since 99. I'm not 2019. Excuse me. Well, I'm going like retro, but so yeah, because the obvious happened 2020, and then 2021 they didn't have anything either. So now the parades and outdoor events is coming back this year. So I was glad to see things go back to normal, and I definitely enjoyed myself, even though I was there for a short time. But I definitely enjoyed myself. It was dope vibes, though. Definitely dope vibes.
Okay.
So I
That's what's
see
up.
you went to a wedding the other weekend.
I was just telling her about the whole like social awkwardness I was feeling, and just like the not being able to like control some negativity in a very positive event, and I don't,
Right.
up to you saying some stuff, and then you're like, you don't even know me. Why are you talking negative stuff about what's about a positive event kind of thing? And so I had like I was telling Abisha that I had a headache afterwards because I just was like mentally I was just like, whoa, like I give myself enough negativity every day, and then to have it like about other stuff that's really you're supposed to be there to like witness and be a part of something positive. It was like challenging kind of because it's challenging to do
So
your
that
own
was
stuff and.
right. So that was
Yeah.
the annoying part about. I guess so. That was the annoying part of the wedding.
Yes, I did say yeah.
Got
And
you.
I didn't go into
Okay.
depth. I said great wedding, and also I was exhausted and annoyed. I wrote them, but
Yeah.
I was kind of like,
Exactly. Exactly.
and not in the sense that I brought it with back, like I'm annoyed this wedding caused. It was just kind of like, you know, it's a positive thing. I don't want to walk away with all those negative,
Oh,
situations
of course.
and I actually did have a very unsettling situation there, and it got back to like I don't mind people drinking. I don't. There's no judgment on that sense, but it's when you're, and I have to say that there's about a 15-year age difference in the couples, so we had like the guests were ranging from late 20s to parents obviously. So on that, but it's like the for me, the time when you're out at a wedding, man, it's a time to just go get drunk, at the
Right.
reception
Right.
is far gone. It's like, so there was a lot of that where, the younger, well, I shouldn't even say that because there were some older, but that was a whole nother level because I'm just not like, around that. And so not only dealing with just negativity of just people's opinion about what was happening, not about the love, but about like I was saying, like my friends, they're both men. So it's like there was a lot, the more people drank, there was a lot of like judgment and, their feelings that were coming out, and,
Right.
That it was very inappropriate, but to be running around thinking everyone, like I always say, know your audience when you talk, you know what I mean?
Right.
And so,
Definitely.
um, but there was, there's people who brought their plus one that had nothing to do with anything. So you don't know who they are. You can't say, oh, he's friends with or she's friends with so and so. So, it's cool. It's like that person's just out like plus one, And so, yeah, I had a very unsettling like situation with one of the guests that was really intoxicated and just like wouldn't stop like coming to talk, but it was all hatred. It was like hatred, not only for them, for just just hatred about how he felt. And he was just like, I don't like these parties. I don't like these people. I'm like, then, and I was like, well, maybe you should take a walk, like take a walk around the venue, you know, a little bit. But then it was
That's
like,
where
he
the
was
truth
like,
come
yeah,
out, that alcohol.
yeah. And then he was like, yeah, let's take a walk. I'm like, no, I said, why don't you go take a walk? You know, like, but it was very unsettling,
Right.
like being in another public setting, and I haven't been in one. I had to actually go up to a couple friend of mine and just be like, you know, I haven't been out much, but you know, I have a feeling that this is just not right. This is getting to a place, and it got creepy. Like he came and followed and just stood there while I was talking with my friend, and then my friend was like, hey, let's go get a smoke break, you know? And so we were like, had to leave the tent, go up a hill by the street, and it was really dark between the tent and the street. And I was talking to him, and then all of a sudden, it was like a movie. You see this, because this guy was like really tall and big, right? And I was like, what is that in the, like?
What's up, Sebastian? I was saying what's up to somebody that came on, that popped in.
Yeah, I just seen him. Hey, Elsa. Everybody's joining.
I said, that is not him, is it? This guy came up the hill and doesn't know either of us. He's a +1 and just sat on a hood of a car and just sat there while my friend and I were talking. And I was like looking at him going, this is like forensic style, like right now. I'm like, what is going on?
Sure.
And his friend was like there, you know, we were all his, you know. And so we walked away, and his friend actually, my friend actually told his girlfriend that she needs to go home and like take her friend. But it was very like, you know, again, it was like kind of like that stuff probably happens all the time, but I haven't been around it for so long. So my first experience of first engaging with like just talking to people and having a lot of people around and getting used to like the not social distance, you know, like the normal.
Right.
And then having that, like, it was just like, all of a sudden I was like, whoa, I gotta like have all my like, you know, flags up and like, you know, not
Yeah.
No,
so it's
a good thing that you put yourself out of that comfort zone. I mean, that's key, you know what I'm saying? So we're so used to being in, like I said, our comfort zones, but you actually, you know, you took action and just put yourself out there, you know what I'm saying? So it's a matter of, you know, doing that more on the regular. Because I mean, I was the same way. You know what I'm saying? I had to I still go through it, but you know, I'm much better now than I was before. Before it was like, because I'm more of like I'm adventurous, but I enjoy my own company.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I am a homebody, but at the same time, I'm an adventurous person. Like I said, I love exploring around different places. But as far as like, I was never really like a club person. I would do lounge once in a while, but clubbing, nah, because I already knew my attitude. Like if you come up to me talking about, like, dancing my shorty, whatever, that's when problems gonna start coming up. Because I already know my temperament. And I'd rather stay away from that. Right. So
I was a clubber, honey. Okay.
nah, so like I didn't do the club. Yeah, I didn't do the club thing because I knew my temperament, my attitude. So I was like, I had to stay away from it.
That's how, you
and
know
I
what?
definitely wasn't that.
I appreciate that, because I actually have like, I could go to 0 from 100, like 0 to 100 real quick, and
Same here.
It's like everyone would be like, what just happened there? But it's like those triggers. Like I like my personal space. I like certain boundaries with things. And I don't expect other people to know that don't know me. But like, that's why I actually stay away from like the Industry Tuesday night, Destiny, and then the, you know, Thirsty Thursday nights and the Friday. I stay away from all that.
All up in there, flipping out, having fun.
Right.
Like, you know, and when they're not drinking, they expect that you're in that atmosphere that all the rules go out the window, you know. It's like a free-for-all on anything, and just like, and so I can't, like, you know, I give warnings like, oh yeah, can you just back up a little bit? But then I'm just like, I can't, you know, drink spilling on people. I little things. So I don't put myself in those situations where I know I'll just lose it. I'll just be like, you know, time to go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Especially at this age. So it's like, nah, we don't need none of that.
Yeah.
But, you know, is this, like, basically, I mean, for me, more so from 2018 all the way through now, I started, like, I just decided to just do things that I enjoyed. I remember that whole summer of 2018, I did not work one weekend, and I was usually on the grind on the weekends. I didn't like from June, July, August. I did not work. Maybe June, but July and August, I did not work one weekend. I took those weekends off and did things that I wanted to do. And as a freelancer, that's pretty challenging because you're so used to being on the grind, and that's prime time. That's what I'm saying. That's that time to get that bread, that money. So I would go to places either I have not been to in a long time or never been to. You'd be surprised how many of us New Yorkers never went to the Statue of Liberty or even walk over the Brooklyn Bridge because we take a lot of what we got for granted.
Yeah.
Hell, I know people that was born and raised at Coney Island never went on the rides.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
it's out.
crazy.
I mean, yeah, but exactly. So, I basically was being a tourist in my own home. Like I used to pass the Intrepid, which is the boat, and right in that West Side Highway. I don't know if you're familiar with it, close to like 53rd and 53rd and West Side Highway, like by that pier. But anyway,
New York, Destiny?
yes.
Huh?
Is Destiny from New York?
Oh, I used to live up there when I was in.
Ambitious. I don't know street names. You don't need to start saying street names.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I
Okay.
know exactly where he's talking about.
So yeah, I would go to places like that. You know what I'm saying? So that was the first time I went there. I just basically, spent time and just basically did things that I enjoyed my own company. But that's just, one of many examples. But I basically had to do that more and more and get myself out of that work mode. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
my life basically consisted of work, and I had to get out of that. So
Yeah.
it was pretty challenging, but I'm glad that I did it. You know what I'm saying? It was a matter of me getting out of my comfort zone. So I definitely want to salute you for doing that. And as you do it more often, it'll come back. It's crazy how we could be rusty in having a social life that we overthink it like it's a damn essay or a problem solver. Like you know what I'm saying? But it happens. You know what I'm saying? So especially after throwing ourselves in the back burner for God knows when. But we tend to do that.
Yeah.
But definitely, keep doing that. Get out of your comfort zone. Find more things that you enjoy doing, and just do it. If you got to squeeze in a little bit of time, go ahead and make that happen.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's better than no time. Self-preservation.
What's up, Sebastian? What you doing over there? Warming up?
No, man. I was just listening to Ed, bro. Ed was just spitting some facts, like getting yourself out of your comfort zone. Like that's something like I extremely struggle in, but at the same time I feel like I'm getting better. It's like the more I do it. So I definitely agree. Like being out of your comfort zone, you definitely grow for sure. Like it take you out that box, and then you start seeing opportunities and stuff like that.
So how do you feel like you're struggling in that? Because aren't you like an actor? Like
here you go again.
you really gotta put yourself out there in that industry, right?
Yeah, I mean it's different. Like it's a really different feeling, as an actor because you're not really thinking much. All you're just thinking about is just like the script, what's just gonna happen and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, when is my cue? So you're not really like, as soon as you said in action, you're not thinking about, oh, I'm shy. Oh my God, what the hell I'm gonna say? No, it's just like you just do it right there, 100%, throw it out there. And if they don't like it, they'll say cut. They're like, okay, I prefer you do it that way or this way, whatever. So that's different.
There's no cut in the real
life.
Like
in real life, ain't no do-overs.
Right. Like I was telling you, my challenges.
There's no do-overs,
Huh?
but capture the moment. It's a matter of capturing the moment.
Yeah.
Just capture it. Like we could overthink it all we want, but I'm not as outcome driven as I used to be, and that'll make you overthink and paralyze yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're just thinking about a certain outcome. I'm not worried about the outcome. Whatever happens, happens. I'm alive. Everybody's alive. Nobody's hurt. All right, cool. Like, just put yourself out there. Like I said, just let things play out organically. If anything, you'll surprise yourself.
Yeah,
I'd rather surprise myself. I live for surprises, if anything.
that's right. That's right. Yeah,
That's how I look at it. So
yeah, no,
basically, you know, just taking chances, and be willing to take chances.
Yeah.
I mean, if your heart breaks, it breaks. But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But
You got to do
I
it
just take
scared.
things
You
for
got to
face
do it
value.
scared. You got to do it broke. You got to do it, wherever you at. You know what I mean? And even you're doing it anyway with, like you said, with the acting. But I get how you say that it's different because you're like, you're on set. You have scripts, you have lines. Okay, it's easy. But yeah, life is just, man.
yeah, no,
Sebastian, what is it that you when like I understand like when you're acting, it's like that's what you do, so you perfect it. Like you go into character, you do what So it's kind of like what's expected of you, and if they say cut, you're like I got to do better on that. But like, is your fear of when you're not acting in a social thing? Is it more of like it's an unpredictable response back, like what you put out there, you're not sure. Like, because everything's kind of predictable when you're acting and you're around a lot of people and it looks very social and it looks like really smooth when in the final, like when we see it, we're like, wow, because we relate to whatever character that is. But like, it's not it's unpredictable. You could practice every single time in a social, like, gathering, but you go into real life and people aren't going to respond the way they do. And like, it's not a script. So is it that you fear of like the unexpected? Cause your life and your work is all about becoming like a certain character and knowing portraying a certain feeling or emotion and not really about you, who Sebastian is, like trying to express to somebody who you are. Is that, I don't know, curious.
no, you're absolutely right.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I feel that because like when I was like a little kid and also I guess like growing up, I struggle with communication, and I was like the shyest kid in the class, to be honest with you. So trying acting diluted, it took me out from being shy to now just being like, okay, I struggle with communication, I have social anxiety, but I can still defend myself when I need to, basically. So that's what acting took me out and just bring me in that zone. But when I'm not acting, like you said, I do struggle with communication, even if it's like I'm even afraid I'm gonna say something and just for them to the word to go back against me. So that's like my biggest fear ever, and still is from that moment. But I mean I'm in therapy now for it. Hopefully it goes well. But who knows? So yeah.
That's where the improv comes into play because it forces you to be creative. I mean, I kind of experienced what he experienced before, especially being a blunt person. But after a while, it was just like I just got tired of walking around. I got tired of fearing of what could possibly happen. It's like I just decided to just whatever happens, happens. I've been like that. That's another thing. I've also been like that for most of my life too. Always like a person who takes chances. But I would have my moments where I would overthink, like, how's this person going to respond if I say this and that? Da, da, da. I don't overthink it as much as if at all. But I'm just willing to live and learn.
Because I know
Yeah.
crippling stuff. That's what has prevented me from, like, I think Destiny, you might have been on one of the Zooms with Mommy Nation where I was like, we had to do a strength and a weakness or whatever, and what we could teach, what we felt positive and what we felt like, oh gosh. And part of it was just putting myself out there. Because usually when I put myself out there, then I go home and I spend nobody that was with me during that 5 minutes or even an hour is thinking about what I said, but I'm going for like a week going, oh my God, maybe I should have done this. And maybe I should just not join or go to that place again because I just don't know what's going to come out of my mouth. And I just start going and going and going. And then it just kind of cripples me to like the next opportunity. I'm like, nah, I'm just going to stay home. Like, it's like,
no.
really,
Yeah, that's why.
sabotage.
Yeah, and that's why
Yeah.
the self talk is so important, right? You have to you have to get that knowing and that belief inside of you. You know what I'm saying? That you are worthy. You are somebody. You step into the room and people are drawn to me. You know what I'm saying? I step into the room and everybody wants to hear what I have to say. You know what I'm saying? You're telling yourself this in private, right? Building up that confidence. You know what I'm saying? So that when you are in those moments, in those heat of the moment situations, you can just pull on it because you've been saying it so much. It's been ingrained in your brain. You know what I'm saying? And because of it's a feeling, it will just kind of like activate.
It's hard though, Destiny, because you have to understand.
Yeah, it is hard.
A lot of us have spent, like, think about it. You know, practice makes perfect. We've spent like 30 plus years practicing to do the opposite. You know?
Yeah.
And so to try to change that up and all of the stigmas that go with it, like when I was telling you, like, earlier in the call, how I was like, you know, saying self-affirmations, you know, I was like, that just feels weird. I feel like people go around saying that stuff because, you know, I'd be like, why are you saying, like, but I talk out loud all the time about negative stuff to myself all day.
Right.
You know, so
yeah.
You know what, and I don't feel like that's weird. So why would it be, you know? So it's kind of hard. It's, you know, I think somewhere it takes 7 weeks or 7 days or something to break a habit or build a habit or whatever. I mean, it's like we have.
It's 21 days.
21. See, there you go.
Yeah.
I have
so that's why. But that's why you have to do those little things. It's really key. The little bitty tiny things will help you every step of the way, like setting an alarm in your phone. I literally have an alarm set every single hour. I say a different affirmation for like how you have to like learn the flow of your day, right? Like for me, I know when my kids come home from school, that's the most hectic time of my day between like 4 and like to now, right? So from 4 o'clock, I have it set in my alarm to say, soul of destiny, back down, spirit of destiny, stand up, and let the Holy Spirit lead us. That right there, that one, it takes 5 seconds. Will just shift the atmosphere to activate the spirit within you, huh?
How do you,
Another thing,
like, I'll be honest. I was saying, I'll be honest. There's sometimes that's why I use the affirmations, like when it pops up and you have it on there, because, and maybe the growth of me, like I'm so used to, I can tell you all the negative things about like what to say to myself, do it this way, and all, you know, you didn't pick this for the kids, or, you know, I have everything negative I'll say, like maybe next time I'll do it this way. But I could never come up with, let the spirit of Sadie, like that would not come into like my head, my atmosphere to say anything like that, you know? So it's like, you know, to just, so I utilize, you know, like what I see from you guys, like that pop up, you know, from the whole Mommy Nation crew, they're always posting self-affirmations. And I use those because I haven't learned to slow down and go, what affirmation means something to me? Like I haven't gotten to that point, because you make it just flow. Like you'll just say, well, today I'm going to do this. And you are destiny, but so that's why.
and it takes time. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what Ambitious was saying. It's all really about just enjoying that process and trusting the journey of it all. You know what I'm saying? Like when I first started out, I was like you. I was like, this is weird. This is like crazy. Like, set an alarm on my phone. You know what I'm saying? I was like. But I still was like in the back, but at the front of my mind, I'm still like, okay, but this is way better than what I've been doing, because it's been negativity all day. It's been gossiping all day. It's been like nothing that's fruitful, that's helping me, nothing that's godly, right? I gotta be like, it's all good because it's all God, right? So if it's something going on around me and it ain't got God in it, you can immediately, that's called tapping into the power within. And being able to be like, nah, man. And even in the Bible, when Jesus was tested, what did he say? Beat it, Satan. Yeah. That's it.
I will say that
in the middle of whatever you got going on, if somebody pissing you off at the cashier line, somebody going slow, you know what I'm saying? And you ready to flip out, you know, you feel the anxiety creeping up or whatever. Beat it, Satan. You have to be able to. I don't want to be like, you have to like, but you have to get to a point where you can shut the lies down. Because it's your mind. You have the control. That's what the enemy wants, to have control of your mind. And that's what that is when you're sitting there believing the lies. A week later, you still thinking about something that you might have said that no one else is even right. Yeah. And that's what your whole world spinning, distracting you from what your purpose is, what your assignment is, why God has you on this earth, you know what I'm saying? So
That's
the more you
that's what I
do,
wanted. That's
the
what I
more you
wanted to get
start to
into.
get, huh?
That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted to get into. Another thing, like being more mindful of the negative things that come in your mind, and as they're, we got countless negative thoughts throughout
Yeah.
life. So it's like I'm more mindful of it, scanning through it, and we'll react a certain way towards it.
Yeah.
But it's like I also have to say to myself, like, acknowledge it. I don't try to block it. I acknowledge it. I acknowledge the thought. Okay, thank you, but it ain't gonna work for me. Thank you, but no thank you.
Yeah.
Now I'm throwing it to the curb, and now
That's
I'm
the
just
one.
gonna have to move on. And that's something that I find myself doing a little more now than before, because some people are not even mindful of the negative thoughts
Yeah.
that are
Yeah.
popping, and
You
then
got to think
reacting
about
to
what
it.
you're thinking about. You know what I mean? It's really
Right.
important. And
You
That's
gotta scan it. You gotta scan your thoughts.
yeah. I was gonna say that's a good because me a negative thought. I'm just like I don't want to deal with it. I just don't
Don't
want.
try to block it. Acknowledge it. Acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Acknowledge it and be like, you know what? Thank you, but it ain't gonna work for me. That happened back then. Now I'm gonna take a different route.
yeah.
You know what
Or
I'm saying? So
even, right, not only that, take the negative thought and switch it around to what you
yeah,
actually want to
exactly. You're flipping
see,
the script.
right?
Exactly.
Instead
You're
of
flipping
being,
the script.
huh?
No, that's exactly what I'm saying. That you're flipping the script.
Yeah. You're
You know what I'm saying?
rewriting your narrative every day, all day. That narrative that has been playing in your mind for 40 years, 39 years, 38 years, been playing over and over. You can wake up every single day and start over, start new, rewrite it, and tell yourself. That's why
Right.
I was talking about the subconscious. I'm in a point in my life where I literally I have written out my one year statement. I wrote it down. I recorded it in my voice memos, and every single morning when I wake up, I listen to it. I feed that into my subconscious. Because your subconscious mind creates your reality.
Yeah.
You're
So
I
brave.
if
mean,
I'm
some
feeding
people.
my mind,
You're
this is what I
brave.
want to see. This is what I want to do. These are the things that this is what I want. My subconscious mind is going to start activating my conscious mind to now I'm thinking different. I'm talking different. I'm having different conversations. I'm getting different people around me. I'm assessing my circle. It all starts to just kind of like align. You know what I mean? Like I don't really know how to describe it, but that's basically what it is. It all starts to align the more you just tap into it. That's why meditation is so important. That's why I really actually like taking the time to pray, like taking like dedicated time, right? Because y'all know I say every thought is a prayer, so I'm praying all day. But to really like sit down, I will sit here and you know what I'm saying, like take 10, 15 minutes and just sit there
Now
and just be in the present.
I wish I could do like
Why can't you do that?
because I can't do yoga. I can't do anything where I have to sit still because while everyone's in that place, I'm going doing laundry. I could be doing this for the kids. I could be doing that.
Yeah, it's gonna be like that for the first couple of
Going.
times.
Can
It's
I?
gonna be like
I
that for the
would.
first couple of times, and then you have to stop saying I can't do that.
It's not that I say I can't do it. It's just I sit there and I don't. My mind doesn't like. I can't. I don't like when you said, "Are you still up?" earlier, and I was like, "I'm cleaning and organized, and I'm trying to get this mind to just stop because my mind will just keep going and going, and my body's ready to shut down, but my mind's just going." And so I will go to yoga classes. I'll do meditation, but it's like I feel like there's a disconnect because I can't stop all the stuff from going. I can't give myself
Yeah,
that peace of it. So
It,
yeah, and
that's
even
that's
that's a
that's a
process.
that's a common thing to happen. And like I said, you're not only are you going to acknowledge, not only should you acknowledge your thoughts, but basically I look at it this way because it was challenging for me in the beginning as well.
Yeah,
Basically, I
it's
look at it this
challenging for
way.
everybody.
But all meditation, like I look at it this way, it's basically breathing
Yeah,
exercise and touching your belly button because you're breathing from the diaphragm. I say the belly button because it's a reference point. So you're breathing from your belly button in and out, as opposed to breathing from your chest.
yeah,
As if
Which that's what
that's
we
why,
do anyway.
like I said, you touch the belly, you hold that belly, touch your belly button as you're breathing,
Yeah.
as a point of reference, and breathing in slowly, breathing out slowly. Just
and then
do that for like 5 minutes, or you could even do that while you're walking,
yeah.
or just standing for starters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then you could do that, you know, while sitting at on your couch or dinner table or whatever the case, you know, wherever you're sitting at, and just make gradual steps from there. You'll be surprised the progress that you make from there, and then you just increase the time as you go along. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 12, 15,
Yeah.
and so on.
Yeah.
You
And
start
then
off
too, right. And the thing about it is you don't really want to overthink it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like this, oh my God, like my mind, I can't think about laundry. I can't think about this. I can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to just be in that moment and just sit still and just, I like to think of it like meditation is like, right, when you pray, that's when you talk to God. And meditation is when God talks back to you, right? So you're like excited to hear what's going to be said, what downloads you're going to receive, like what, you know what I'm saying? As you do it more and more, this is not going to be on the very first time. You're not going to have this experience. It's probably not going to be the first 2 times. You know what I'm saying? So don't overthink it and be like, well, it ain't working for me. It ain't like you have like just stick with it. Just like he said, even if it's just 5 minutes, right? Just that 5 minutes to just be able to say,
breathing exercise. I would say start off with breathing exercises. Start off with breathing exercises for starters.
No, I have a thing like reminds us. I just dismissed. I needed like those, like it's breaking that habit of like go away. Hectic.
can y'all hear her? I can't hear her.
You was chopping up a little bit.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know where it is. Like muffled. Or am I hearing my own?
Now, like some of your words are chopping up. IG for us, right?
Yeah. But y'all, so what do y'all think? Should I do some more of those meditation sessions? Were you on when I did the live meditation session, Sadie?
No, I didn't even know about it.
I was on it when we were like if
I knew you were talking about the master.
after the challenge has been over.
What you say?
Still not here? Okay.
I can
A
hear
little bit, a little better.
It's just I guess it's like a muffled echo or something.
It is. That's what I keep saying. But
Sebastian, what did you say? I didn't hear you either.
You said what?
What did you say?
No, I was saying I was there when you were talking about the master.
I didn't hear it.
You didn't hear it?
All right, well, I'm gonna do one.
What the hell's going on?
Y'all wanna? I would say let's try it right now, but the audio is so messed up.
I ain't do it. It wasn't me. All IG.
I'm hearing the muffled. No one's talking. Like, do you hear the noise?
Can you hear me?
With muffled.
I can hear Sebastian. It's just when Sadie talks, sometimes the volume goes on and off.
Oh,
I don't know what's going on.
I gotta go.
No, stay here, Sadie. Don't go anywhere. We need your presence.
Off the phone. Like, oh, I shouldn't have talked so much. I'm just talking.
Nah. We appreciate the love.
When you get off this live, you be like, girl, I did that. Okay, I was looking good. My hair was done,
muffled and all. Hear what I have
to say? But yeah, Sadie, if you just start with 5 minutes of breathing exercise, whether you're just walking around, just focus on your breathing for like 5 minutes, even just sitting. Just start off with that. Start off with that. And then gradually increase your time. And another thing I also suggest that I've been doing for the past 4 or 5 years is playing guided meditations overnight via YouTube. So they could be like, they could range from like 3 hours to 11 hours, maybe even 15. So I play those overnight. I play it low. You know what I'm saying? So if you're a type of person that can easily wake up off that, play it low. Play those overnight because it trains your subconscious mind.
Yeah.
And I could definitely say that helped me a lot because I'm not consistent with meditation. Well, I do play those guided meditations overnight. And there's like countless topics that you could pick, whether it be
Money,
abundance,
love, health,
yeah, love,
wealth, abundance,
tenacity,
miracles,
I
yeah,
actually love to
anything. You can
meditate.
literally search anything that you want and just say that subject, meditation, and everything will
romance,
pop
and
up.
the list can go on.
I got some affirmations playing right now for the boys while they sleep. I play it on their TV. I do while they sleeping.
Like one guy you could search for, his name is Jason Stevenson. He has good guided meditations. There's a couple of other I just can't think off the top of my head, but like you could play, like I said, you could play that. And then there's also some for like test anxiety for those who are, you know, preparing for a school test. So I've actually played those before my state boards, and I found it helpful. It actually helped me relax. So I would play. They have some that you know, shorter ones you could play during the day, and then you have some that are pretty extensive that you could play overnight. And that's where, like I said, that's where you're training your subconscious mind when it's at night.
Yeah.
You know, when you're. So, you know, that's definitely out there. So, you know, you create that habit and just start making things happen. If anything, you'll surprise yourself as time goes by.
Yeah, and just little things like that will just keep you on that path. It will help you, and being able to just vet those energies that are coming in. Like I know you were talking about how you was at the wedding, and like people were just like, you just left, just so like their energy, you know what I'm saying, seeped into yours.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why, like, maybe if you would next time possibly, you can go home and like have your prayer to be said, or you know what I'm saying, have your meditation session, just to be able to release that energy from you, because it will seep into you, and then now you drain. You live for 2-3 weeks, 2-3 days, just because you know what I'm saying. Somebody else was disrupting the wedding, when you know what I'm saying, as opposed to like being in folks where you like, man, I feel so bad for those people. I'm just gonna pray for them. And just, you know what I'm saying? Life goes on. Like it's not still gonna be like getting you all
So
worked.
I see in the comments, Judah 12 Kings asking, what's the topic?
Oh, the topic was I mean we were just doing a testimony Tuesday, and everybody just started talking.
Yeah.
But we're talking about just being anxious and meditation and how to just push through, right? What would y'all say the topic is?
I got it. I tuned in late, so I mean, it seemed like that's when I
it was just
tuned in.
testimony Tuesday. Me and her were just we were actually talking about you.
I can hear you a little better now.
I was just gonna say we're actually talking about ambitious.
Right, we were talking about how it was like a breath of fresh air almost, that you know you're so positive and stuff, and then you showed up on the live.
See how the law of attraction works? I'm just saying. That's all.
Do I have an echo too?
Yeah.
Nah, you good so far.
Oh, see,
I don't know where that echo's coming from.
you guys can't hear me, can you?
A little better.
But y'all, I think that might be our sign. I think this was real good. I think this was real good, because I really did not know that y'all were struggling like that. I'm gonna be completely honest, especially Sebastian. So I want to have more of these topics, more of these discussions. I want you guys to really like try to just implement like 1 or 2 of these things. Like even if you just start with 1 alarm in your phone, right? You don't have to have 50 million of them like I do.
Well, the affirmations I'm, you know, gradually getting back into. I started off. I mean, like it's been on. It's like an on and off thing. I'm trying to, you know, be more consistent with it. But as I was given a list of affirmations, right? So I started off with that, and I just created more affirmations as I went along within certain topics, like whether it be finances, whether it be, you know, relationships or friendships, and then some for, you know, whatever sport that I partake in, whether it be basketball, boxing, or whatever whatever activity. I will create affirmations based off that. The other one for entrepreneurship.
Nice.
You know, so those I actually put them in my memo pad, and I kept it there. So those I'm gonna have to get back to reciting. Oh, another thing too that I do, well, now doing it more, is that I read a book back in the day, and I kind of rereading it. It's called Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by
Oh, I
T.
heard about that one.
Yeah, I forgot the guy's name. I think it's T. Eckhart Harv or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
Oh, that's him. Oh, I love this guy.
so on I remember it was chapter 14. He talks about how he had 5 or 6 different jars, right? So one of them was for, like, one of them you put 50% of your earnings in. The other ones you put 10%. And like some of them are for like education. One of them could be for like regular expenses and stuff like that. And then the other one could be for like your what the hell? There's like 5 or 6 different topics. I don't remember off the top of my head, but basically the point is paying yourself first. Getting in the habit of paying yourself. So you're paying, 50% of your earnings go to that one jar, and 10% of your earnings goes to the other 5 jars. But getting back into the habit of paying yourself instead of paying your debt first.
Mm.
Because the rich people, or even some of the the middle class, they implement the habit of paying themselves first before paying their dues.
Okay, that's a real good tip. That's a really good one. I'm gonna have to check that book out too.
Yeah, because it's definitely chapter 14. I don't remember off the top of my head, but like I said, I have to recite it. But
Okay.
that came to mind. I wanted to bring that out to you before I forget completely.
All right, I appreciate that. Yeah, we need to do like a book review, right?
Oh
It's
yeah,
about 3 or 4 really good books that will just change your life.
Do they
Rich
have it
Dad
on?
Poor Dad. Rich Dad Poor Dad.
They have it
And
I can't hear anything.
What she saying?
oh, they can't hear me.
I can hear you.
Yeah, we can definitely hear Ambitious.
It's just
All right, so
You about the only one we can hear.
like you're like
So-
a singer.
Oh, audio
These
tape.
two. Oh,
Oh,
no.
like an audio book? Yeah. I love audio. Yeah, Audible. Yeah, they got some good stuff. So, y'all, is y'all sleepy or is it just me?
I'm not. I mean, I kind of am sleepy a little bit, but nothing too. I'm not that sleepy.
No,
Okay.
I know.
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm like security guard. I'm up like a security guard.
Oh, okay. That's what's up.
I'm good.
Yeah, because I got like a really big day tomorrow. So, y'all, I love how we just be doing our little thing on the late night lives, and everybody's just so open and transparent. I'm just so thankful that you guys keep coming back. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, tune in. You guys have like stuff to say. It's really interactive. I love this. You know what I'm saying? Because it's really hard to come on here and just like talk to a screen.
I know.
You know what I
I
mean?
mean, this
But like
alone-
comments is like it's weird.
This is a perfect example of getting out of our comfort zone. Coming live. Going live is a perfect example of getting out of our comfort zone.
Yeah, I hate going.
Yeah, girl, you doing this, and you've been on my live about 3-4 times, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
So
See,
nobody that's seeing you thinks that you're like an introvert, or you know what I'm saying? That you this is like something that's new for you.
I'm gonna be honest with you. With Sebastian, I would have never guessed that you were shy. Because you ain't never come up like that in school.
You be on your stories like
Even before I found out that he was an actor, like before he found out that he got into acting, he never came off shy. I never seen him as a shy person. At least not at school.
Yeah, man.
even the way you always jump in on the live, you all on Mommy Nation page in the live, you like, what's up, Sebastian?
Yeah, man, that's a surprise.
But
Yeah, you never.
yeah, that's cool. So yeah, I'm gonna bring you guys like some more. So try that. Just try one of the two of the things that we mentioned today. Set an alarm, meditate for 5 minutes, play some affirmations while you're sleeping on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Anything to just. I'm telling you, it's gonna help. Like we said, in the long run, because we're rewiring our minds. You have to rewire it, and that's a long, right? And we're rewiring mindsets that have been passed down for generations. You know what I'm saying? That's how we learned them. Our parents just planted seeds all growing up, and now we gotta unplant that stuff and replant new
Not
stuff.
only your parents, everybody, but you'll be surprised what breathing alone could do for you. And it's not even. It doesn't even just have to be, within a physical activity,
Right.
or even if you're just, nervous, angry about a coworker that you can't stand. Take a breather. Take a breather. You'll be surprised what breathing alone will do for you. If you don't like them, leave and breathe.
Somebody is telling their truth a little bit. Sharing
Truth
truth. Confessions on the couch.
Hey, I'm just saying. Leave and breathe.
Okay, on that note.
That's it.
Okay, I guess we're gonna go ahead and go, y'all. Okay?
All right.
This has been amazing. Thank y'all so much. I love y'all. Have a good night. Okay, I'm gonna be back tomorrow. Oh, plus you guys, did y'all hear about my new masterclass?
I heard
Talk
about
to me about
it.
that. What's up?
What?
Talk to me about your masterclass. Go ahead.
Man, it's too much. I'm gonna talk about it tomorrow. I'm gonna be talking about it every day. But click the link on my bio. It's the new masterclass. We're gonna heal our relationship with money. I'm gonna be breaking down the steps of like how to create a digital product because you guys have seen my success with Mommy 2.0 Challenge. And I mean, it's really, this is for any industry. Getting into the digital product game, it's a $10 billion industry right now. Getting online, selling these challenges, these courses, these ebooks, anything that's gonna like help somebody get some transformation. People are out here, we're seeking it. And right now, they're talking about we coming up on this recession. This is how you get recession proof. So that's what the masterclass is all about. We're gonna talk about the mindset behind it, how to really tap in, and turn your experiences, turn your passions, right, into profits. So this is
Recession
about
proof. I used to say that a lot back in the day.
what?
I used to say that a lot back in the day, recession proof. Because I had a friend whose email was recession proof, such and such numbers. And it kind of caused a chain reaction. And now I'm hearing you saying that. It's been a long time since I've heard someone say that.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, the universe
So
works.
check it out. Click the link in my bio. I'll be talking about it from here until September 23rd because that's when it is, September 23rd. And it's going to be amazing. It's going to be epic.
Nice. So I'm definitely going to check for that.
All right. Shout out to everybody joining us. We are just getting ready to wrap it up. Shout out to the replay. Make sure you guys tune in every day. All right. Bye, y'all. Thank you. I love y'all. Have a good night.
Definitely appreciate the love.
See you tomorrow.
Take it easy.